Well, hello everyone. Good morning. A nice Tuesday rainy day. Not too bad rain. Um, Commencing my first shakedown for the 2023 Appalachian Trail attempt hike I'm going to try this spring. I'm here at the trailhead for the Five Ponds Wilderness area, and I will be bringing that to you. And I'm going to get it started because it's starting to rain, and I have a hiking partner, which you guys, if you've been following me, you might be familiar. And here, oh, he was showing off. He was doing his pawing the earth. So we're going to head out, and that's the trailhead, and we're going to go. And hope to see you down the trail. Yes, my pack squeaks whenever it's damp out. This is my first shakedown for the upcoming hike. It's going to be 3 10-mile days and about an 8-mile day. 4 days, 3 nights. It's one of my favorite spots to camp. One of the few places in New York that have never been logged, or at least some parts of it. It's been expanded since then to areas that were logged. Depending on the weather or the water conditions, which my understanding is they haven't really had much of a drought up here. My understandings are the beaver part of the trail runs on beaver dams, because this section is not mountainous like the high peak section. It's more of a plain, so any beaver activity floods out significant areas. You can probably hear the rain. This, for those of you who followed me, you know I had issues with my feet, particularly my right foot, that got me off the trail last year. So this is my first real test since I almost took care of it. It's about 95% back. I thought I had a stress fracture in my foot. That was not the case, but I've had a nagging I'm going to turn you off while I take care of that for the dog. Sorry about that. As I said, I had gotten off, and it turned out it wasn't a stress fracture. It was just a nagging tendonitis type of thing, right where the tendons attached to the 5th metatarsal, that bump on the outside of your foot about halfway between the toes and the heel. And wow, trail's overgrown. I'm gonna get wet. I should have put my pants on. But I don't think water is going to be an issue. Well, a couple slippery spots. And it's been nagging and nagging at me. And to tell you the truth, it's not 100% yet. So this is a real test. I bought some insoles with a little extra arch to them. As well. I should have brought my waterproof socks. I might have to put the camera down in a second. Anyway. Oh, soggy feet it is. No, I don't wear Gore-Tex boots. It's like carbon fiber inserts to stiffen up the soles under my insoles. Uh-oh. Well, the dog's having fun. I guess the beavers are back in town. All right, let me put you away. I got to get swimming. I've never seen it this bad. All right. Chat with you in a bit. All right. I just waded through that. The tricky part was staying on the path. And you can see once there was one spot where the path was only about 10 inches wide, and I almost stepped off it into oblivion. Thank God for trekking poles, and that's why I carry them. So made it through. Well, last fall I came here and the water was considerably lower. Obviously, we've had rain, but that shows some fresh beaver activity. So, yeah, last fall it was down at least 2 feet lower than it is now. It's about 1.5 feet higher than the road, the trail, and some fresh beaver activity on the downstream side of the water is building it up. But it was 1.5 feet below the trail in most places. There are a couple spots, and I suspect that up further I'm going to have some issues. Sorry, letting my pants roll down. Give me a chance to air out and dry. But my feet are soaked and cold. But the trail starts out on this old logging road. I know that sounds contradictory between me saying there's a place that's never been logged, but deeper in it's never been logged. My understanding is that it was pretty swampy back then, so they couldn't get in there. That's probably what preserved it. But like I said, since then the wilderness area has been expanded, so it encompasses some old forest, some old regrowth. Now, hey, come here. Hey, here. I'll introduce you to those of you who don't know. Come here. Hey, here. Stay. That's Ranger, my chocolate lab. Those of you who followed me on the trail, you heard that he had issues. Turns out they think he's got epilepsy. So he's on medication, which has hopefully helped him out. But I can't deny him activity. He's just got so much get up and go. He's got to get some exercise all the time. And he loves hiking and camping. About this trip, as I said, 4 days, 3 nights. Daytime temperatures are expected in the low 50s. Great hiking temps. Nighttime temps 40-ish. I think my last night it's supposed to dip down to about 34 or so. If you want to know what kind of gear I have, you can check out my gear video. That'll be coming out probably after this one hits. And that'll be the gear I'm taking on the AT. I pretty much have everything I'm planning on taking on the AT, just because those temperatures are supposed to get cold. And for those of you who are worried about my dog, I got it covered. He's got a foam pad, which I carry, and he's got a down quilt with a harness that keeps it on him even when he gets up and spins during the night. And in a pinch, I throw my quilt over him and we get nice and cozy. So, plus, his first night will be a gauge in how he handles it. I've had him down in the 45-degree range, so it shouldn't be a problem. Today we've got about a 10-mile hike. I believe it was about 10 o'clock when we got to the trailhead. Sorry, I have my raincoat sleeve cuffed up, so I couldn't check the time. And with that, whoa, got some soft slippery spots. I'm going to sign out for now. Yes, yes, my dog's name is Ranger, and that's where I get my trail name, Ranger 1. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed the start. We're going to see what we can do for a little bit, because I think we got another wet spot coming up here. I'll bring you what I can as we get to the really good stuff. Old beaver meadow, just a little further from the last clip. As you can see, beavers haven't been working this out. Got 10 or 15 years of growth over there. So, and there's my buddy waiting anxiously saying, "What's taking you so long?" I'm coming. It's late September. You can see the red maples starting to turn. There's one right there. The birches are also starting to yellow up. So, another week or two, I think maybe 3, going to be primo. If the leaves don't drop off sooner. Yeah, from what I understand, the Adirondacks up here did not have much of a drought. Alright, our goal tonight is Big Shallow, which is about 10.5 miles in. I have a safety stop, which is at High Falls, which is about half mile off the trail. Very nice spot. So, and that's about, I want to say 2.5 miles short of Big Shallow's lean-to. Up here in the Adirondacks, they call the shelters lean-tos. So, there's a shelter at High Falls. There's actually 2, but one of them's no longer accessible since the bridge came down across the Oswegatchie River. And in keeping with New York State's management plan, wilderness management plan, there's a lot of stuff they're not going to replace. I don't know how they're going to do. Some of the streams would be unsafe for people to ford, so they're either too deep or too fast. Asugachi says they might have to reroute the trail to a place that's a better ford. Anyway, I'm babbling just because it's early in the trip and I have a lot of energy. So, enjoy the wilderness. Another old beaver meadow. And berries. Bear turds. Raccoon turds. I think it's bear. All the blueberries here. Never a puddle to be missed with that one. Huh? I guess we got a little beaver activity here too. Although I don't see a house, a lodge. Maybe they're Maybe they're in the bank. They do that. Maybe when they first get to a stream, they bank nest or bank burrow until they have time to build a lodge. Of course, I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see. I see pretty well to the other side of the pond. I don't see anything that looks like a lodge. But that was never this high. Oh, I know, I was thinking. I told you I was here last fall, but I was actually here, I guess, when was it? June? Early June? Or maybe late June. Yeah, early July, sorry. I was doing some car camping up this way and came down here for a day hike. And that trail that I walked through was dry as a bone. So that beaver activity has been fairly recent. Maybe the young beavers are leaving the nest and setting up their own shop elsewhere around. So, which is probably the case. Nice sugar maple right there. It's about a 1.25 feet, 18 inches. Nice yellow birch. I lost my buddy. If he's not off to the side, he'll be back around that bend any minute. Wondering where I am. Either that or a bear got him. Here! Oh, there he is. Okay, good boy. Hey, you look handsome in your blue backpack. He carries his food. He can carry about, well, on normal rations, he could probably carry about 6 days worth. But when we go out, I usually increase his food intake by about 30 to 50%. So right now he's got his full 4 days worth of food, and that backpack's particularly packed up, and he carries his bowls, his water and his food bowl. I carry his quilt and his sleeping pad. I didn't have time to. For those of you who follow me, you know I make a lot of my own equipment. I bought some waterproof breathable fabric. I was going to make him a raincoat, but I don't know how practical that'll be because somebody likes to go swimming a lot, and I figure it might be more of an entanglement, so that's up in the air. But I may use that to make some waterproof mittens. I don't like the ones I have. They're bulky, so I may turn around and make something a little more tight-fitting, maybe with an extra finger, I don't know. So we'll see. That'll be a first time for me making gloves. So on the left here, this part of Dead Creek Flow, or at least the mouth of it, I think where that rock is, I don't know, I can't say for sure. If you go down Dead Creek Flow, We're gonna go around the tip of that. There's a nice little mushroom setup here. Hi. It's been raining a little steadier, but doesn't seem so bad here under the trees. But thank you, trail crew. All right. Onward and deeper into the forest. Whoop. Yeah, in July this was not, this is almost dry in July. All right, I got to put this away because I got a beaver dam hop. I can't swim through it like he can. All right, we're at the junction to Janx Landing. That's only 0.2 off. We're going over, we got another minimum of 3.7. All right, I'm going to sign in and then I'm going to get underway. It's an old faded map of the area. This is the Dead Creek blow that we're circling around, right? We're right there. Oh, it's obvious. It's got a sticker. We're going to try to get to there, minimum. But actually, we want to get down here to 5 ponds. All right. Gonna get my gear back on. I just took my fleece off. I was overheating. And we're going to get going. I'm going to have to wrap my phone up in a Ziploc. So, be a little less frequent in how often I film. But we'll get you all the good stuff. Last time I came, last fall, they rerouted around a beaver dam. Alright, that's the Trail of Crat Mountain. But we want to go down here. We're 3.6 in. We're going to High Falls. It's about 2.2 to the junction and another half mile to shelter off our main route. But we go down into this valley and we're going to see some nice old trees here. So I'll bring those to you, barring rain. All right. The trail used to be over there, and I'll show you that. But this is a reroute because it was a very interesting crossing there on a log. Anyway, we're going to take this old beaver dam. We're going to loop around. And we gotta go a little bit on the old trail so I can show you the old, what someone referred to in a logbook as a sketchy log. I'm gonna come back once we get to that spot. Just as I start filming, the rain comes again. This white pine here is probably about 3 foot in diameter. There's another big one right there. It's just only slightly less. Number of old white pines around here. See that one? That's maybe even bigger than the one I just showed you. Wow. There's another one back there. There's a lot of young growth here, and I think I might be off trail. Oh, there's the trail. Okay. I gotta check something out. I'll get back to you in a second. You saw those big pines I showed you. And there's a bunch of them on the ground. Torn up. I think it was in the late 90s, early 2000s. Don't remember offhand. They had a bad storm. A big microburst came through and leveled acres and acres and acres of big trees. Trails were closed down for a couple years so they could, at least I think, I know they were closed down for a year or two till they rerouted and cleared them up, but all those big old trees knocked down. And there goes the foot. Son of a bee. My foot was feeling good too. Not one little pain. Well, we'll have to see how this brings out. Maybe I will go to High Falls and soak it. And we'll see what tomorrow brings. I feel it now. Alright, let me sign off. I got a junction coming up here. Can't tell you how far. And then I'll bring you back at the junction. And take the trail to High Falls. Now, 5 years ago, this log here, you can see the flat on the top, that was a trail. But the really tough part was, once you got about halfway across, the water was up to the top of the log, and the log would bobble as you walked across, so that by the time you got to where that little branch is laying across it, your feet were at water level. But meanwhile, that log was bobbing up and down. So at this end, there were a whole bunch of sticks that people were using as balance sticks. No, pup. This way. Come on. So they rerouted around this little finger of water. On the other side, you can see that white pine right there. And you can see all the young trees and stuff. That was all big pines. If you go over there, you had to climb over these 3.5, 4 foot logs. It's just amazing. It's a shame they all came down, but that's the process. That's actually very pretty, nice and pretty. I wish I had a decent camera. Not that this, hey, this way. This way, here. Here. Stay. And make a nice picture with a real good camera and some color filters. All right. Let's get on. We still got a little ways to go. At least to High Falls. You got like 3 miles to get to Big Shallow. We have a decision to make, pup. We just did 6.1. High Falls is to the left, a half a mile. There's a lean-to at High Falls. So that'll be 6.5 miles for day one. Or another 2.5 or 3 to Big Shallow. Which way? He's undecided. He just wants to go eat. Right? You hungry? Yeah. I'm sorry I said that. I'm kind of pooped. I'm thinking High Falls. All right? So we're gonna go to High Falls. Spend the night there. That'll make for a longer day tomorrow. But if we have to, we can. The sun kind of almost popped out, so I'm thinking if we do this, we can dry out. I'll have more time to dry out. I forgot about this. Old time skidder. Some of this area was locked. Actually down by 5 Ponds where we're going tomorrow is the real heart of the untouched forest. There you go, that's High Falls. This is the Oswegatchie River. No swim. No. Here. Here. Sit. Oop. Stay. A frog just jumped down the rock and he wanted to chase it. This is the Oswegatchie. You have to portage above here. And I'll show you what's above the falls. I don't want to get too close because he's going to think it's swim time. But as you can see, nice little cataract. All right. Back. Come on. Let's get back on trail. All right. This is one shelter here at High Falls. Typical Adirondack lean-to. We're all set up. Unfortunately, the people here got socks, liquor labels, foil and things. Not me. I'll take some of it. I can't take it all. You know, they left all this crap up here. Coffee, stuff. And a pair of shoes. But I'm all set. I filtered some water. Those are the dog's dishes. We're set up. He gets that little quilt there. Mine's right there. Right now, I'm going to go show you the falls, or at least the stream. The Oswegatchie. Dog had a mishap already. He didn't listen. He went in. I'll show you where. Had a dickens of a time getting out. You heal. No swim. I just dried them off. I shouldn't even come here. Anyway, used to be a bridge over there. The other lean-to is on the other side of that stream. No way to get to it unless you got a canoe. Heel. That's the top of the falls. Stay. Doggy went around this block here and went into the water right there in the funnel. I had to pull him out over here. What are you gonna do? He's a lab. Beautiful area. We had a break of sun. I thought it was gonna come out and clear everything out. Heel, pup. But I guess not. They were calling for rain tomorrow. So we're all set up. I'm just struggling to wait to eat dinner, but I might eat early and leave it at that. With rain predicted, I don't expect anyone to stop by, but it's always possible if someone's doing the loop in the other direction that this is their last stop. Fetch it up. Fetch the bumper. And no bugs so far. That's to be expected with the cold weather. I just can't wait to get out of my wet shoes. I just haven't wanted to do that until I was definitely not gonna go. And show you our privy. It's a new one because the last time I was here it was a full outhouse. It was in pretty bad shape. So they must have replaced it this summer with that. Not bad. It's clean. And it's not full and overflowing. That's a good sign. Ready, dog? Come on. Let's call it a night. Make some dinner. You'll have to wait. Huh. Actually, you ate at 4. We can give you your, yeah, we can give you your food now. All right. We'll get back to you later on tonight. That's the end of day 1. We ended at High Falls. Tomorrow we'll probably go to either Wolf Pond or go even further, probably to Cage Lake, and that's the hope. And we'll get in touch with you on the trail if it's not too wet. Thank you everybody for tagging along. Have a good night. We should. And like I said, I'll show you the dogs set up. And then I'll close out. This actually has a harness to keep it on him, or if he gets up in the middle of the night and spins around. And that's keeps him nice and cozy. I think his is warmer than mine. So, all right, everyone. Good night. Hope to see you again on day 2.